directors in unit sales. Senior Sales Director Brenda Fenner began her Mary Kay business in December of 1980 and debuted as a sales director in January of 1984. She has been a member of the unit circle 29 times, y'all. Whoa. 9 of those being in the prestigious Circle of Excellence. She has led her unit to the $1 million Circle of Excellence twice, and has been in the top 10 nationwide twice. She's been a member of the Director Court of Sales and has earned the use of 14 pink Cadillacs. Brenda received Mary Kay's most prestigious award, the annual Go Give Achievement, in 1996. Her highest monthly commission check is over, are you ready? $29,000. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from the Colony, Texas, your number 3 director at this career conference, Senior Sales Director, Brenda Fenner!
We covered 3 different career conferences, but Topeka, Kansas had the most people registered. And it's really an honor for me to be here because Topeka is where it all started for me. It all started. I have so many fun stories I could tell. Now, none of you are allowed to tell on me, okay? But I have a lot of fun stories I could tell about the skincare parties, the interviews, just everything that I've done to start in the town of Topeka. But 38 years ago, when I became a consultant, you guys, I had no idea that I would never, ever have to have another job. No idea. That deserves a round of applause, y'all. I had worked since I was 14, you know, the big jobs, Wendy's, clothing, that kind of stuff. But when I got ready to go to college, I just needed a way to make a little bit of extra money. My mom had made Mary Kay look pretty simple, and so I just asked her if she could tell me about it. She sat down, she told me the whole opportunity, and I can just remember in my big 18-year-old, you know, big dreamy brain thinking, so if I sell one mascara, I could buy a pitcher of beer. That's all I needed to know. You know, the amazing thing is, right away, people started putting negative thoughts in my mind. It was unbelievable. People just instantly jumped on board and thought that they needed to tell me that, who did I think I was going to sell to? Didn't I know that my mom had everyone? I don't think they knew that baby girls were being born and, you know, my mom couldn't handle 100,000 people in the city. But anyway, they didn't know that. So I went running back to my mom. I said, oh my gosh, I didn't really think of that. Like, you know everybody, you know, we don't have family. And she said, if you're willing to learn, the training is awesome. So I took a deep breath and thought, well, I can learn. And I just want to applaud you all because you're here, you're willing to learn, you invested, you're giving up your time, and that is the best thing you can do. So pat yourselves on the back. You know, I had no idea that God was very creatively planting a seed. So after a year of college, I decided to sit out. I didn't want to waste anyone's money while I was trying to figure out what I was doing in college besides having fun. So I just thought I would see what happened. Suddenly, well-meaning people came from everywhere. Do y'all know those kind of well-meaning people? The well-meaning people that decided to give me their opinion, and the big one was that I needed the security of an 8 to 5. Have y'all heard that? Okay, what about this one? That I had to get a job with benefits. right? I mean, we're in Topeka, the capital city. So anyway, it was also that I had to have a guaranteed paycheck. And then the biggest, most unreal thing that I kept hearing was, it doesn't matter if you don't love it, you just need to be grateful, and you need to just go out there and get a job and be grateful for it. That just didn't sit well with me. So, what those well-meaning people didn't realize is that if I would have listened to them, the rigidity of an 8 to 5 probably would have stole the joy that I find in travel. Because you see, I think we all deserve more than 3 weeks a year vacation, right? I also might not have been able to find as much time to volunteer and to help people, which is just something that really fills up my soul. But most importantly, if I would have been drained at the place they thought that I should go, I may not have had the energy and the enthusiasm and the flexibility to be the most intentional wife and mother. And that is what I'm most grateful for. Not to mention that those people didn't tell me that a guaranteed paycheck really meant barely guaranteed to increase, right? When my husband lost his job, if that guaranteed paycheck was all I had, I would have not had the opportunity to increase our earnings, so that instead of being nervous and worried, he just decided to start his own business. Thank you, Mary Kay. And the well-meaning people had no idea, obviously, that I could qualify for the use of a new career car every other day for over 30 years. Woo! How's that for a benefit? You think that's good enough? And you know, y'all have that opportunity too, right? So, the one thing that I'll say too is that I am so grateful because I love what I do. I didn't have to settle for being unhappy. And I love who I get to do it with. All of you, my unit, you guys, my cousins in the audience. I've had numerous fun times with my mom and other family members. And now the most exciting thing to me is that my daughter did graduate from college in 3.5 years with honors and lots of jobs waiting for her. And guess what she chose to do? Absolutely. So we're gonna have another happy family member. I just love it. So I just want to remind you that there are going to be lots of well-meaning people, but mostly they're very uninformed. They have no idea that independent consultants, independent sales directors, that we have the opportunity to earn a cruise, right? Destination Red. We have wellness bonuses. We have rewards like diamonds. Hello. And they have no idea that the trips that Mary Kay allows us to earn could be renamed trips of lifestyles of the rich and famous. You remember that show?
Oh, yeah.
Most of us that go on there, you guys, are in awe that they would treat us like that. But that's what's available for you too. It's available for all of us, and people just have no idea. So Mary Kay has always said that women at the top are just ordinary women with extraordinary determination. And I just want to say that, you know, we come to these events usually to be filled up, just like our success events, right? Sometimes they say that if you have had a bad week, you need the meeting. But if you had a great week, bring it, because we need you. And it always works out. And this week, I cannot even express how excited I was to come here. Because this week, I also came to Topeka early to bury my stepmom of 45 years. 4.5 years ago, we had to lay to rest my stepdad of 35 years, and I got on a plane the very next day and went to leadership. So can I just tell you that those two things are so valuable to me. I looked forward to it. I wouldn't have had an excuse in the world not to be here because I needed you all. I needed every hug, every love, every smile, everything. You guys don't know how much you mean to other people out there. When my dad passed 10 years ago, it was in November. There wasn't anything big. I couldn't run to my pink bubble and hide. And it was harder to get over. So just remember that you are someone's encouragement, and then when you need it, someone's going to encourage you. You guys, we are powerful women beyond belief, and you never know when you're just going to rise, when it's going to be your time. Just like a little piece of coal, like they tell the story that if you took a piece of coal out of a fireplace and you just took one piece and set it on the side, what would happen? It would just fizzle out pretty quickly, right? But all the other coals, even if you weren't doing anything to heat it up, they would go from fiery red and then they'd stay gray. And sometimes you can wake up in the morning and it's still hot. That's what'll happen to you if you stay close to your Mary Kay sales director and your sister Mary Kay consultants. And the best thing that you can do with those well-meaning people is smile, close your ears, and just trust the intuition that God gave you. So cheers to y'all. I love you. Thank you for having us. Thank you for honoring my unit. For your number 3 sales director.